So the number 3 thing that I learned from Microsoft in 2015 is it's all about Microsoft. They really don't care about you. I know that sounds harsh, but it truly is. Over the last few years, Microsoft has made a number of changes. Again, this is public. You can read this stuff out on the internet. But they've made a number of changes to their compensation plans, to their HR plans. And so they're becoming a much more aggressive organization than they were 5-6 years ago when it comes to sales. Back then, it really was about customer satisfaction, making sure that they didn't have a perception of kind of being the big, bad, mean Microsoft in the marketplace. But now, as revenue growth is slowing, even if you look at their annual report, you will see that their core business, revenue growth is slowing in things like Office and Windows licensing. Yes, they are getting huge spikes on, say, things like AZURE and Office 365 and cloud-based technologies, but their revenues are shrinking. So when I say that Microsoft doesn't care about you, here's what I mean by that. If you take a look at your account representative, they're going to have a couple of metrics in terms of how they get paid. One of those is going to be the revenue or their quota and what they sell you, but they're going to have a bunch of soft metrics. And those soft metrics could be things around selling you Office 365, selling you AZURE, selling you voice-enabled Skype seats, the Skype Plus Cal that they sell. And so they're going to have these soft metrics about how many of these did they sell, or what percentage of their territory is deployed on Windows 10 versus still sitting out there on Windows 7. And so when you go to them and you've done your homework, like we said with step 1, and you've gone to them with a bottom-up approach, and you've kind of said, you know what, I don't need Office. I'm running Office 2013, we own 2016, we're not going to deploy for 3 to 4 years, the financials don't make sense. What really ends up happening because of that is they're going to say, it doesn't matter, Mr. Customer, I have to sell you Office 365, and they're going to continue to push that even though you told them, we're not deploying, we don't need Office, we don't want to do these things. So they really don't listen to what you have to say. They really come at you from the approach of what it is that they're told by their organization that they need to sell to you, and they're going to drive at meeting those metrics or those goals of what they have to sell. And in fact, when you do step 1 and step 2, do our homework, do a bottom-up approach, they actually take that to mean that you're just trying to get a discount from them. And they don't really understand that, we can't deploy Office 365 because we have all these technical reasons within our directory, and that work's going to take 12 months for us to fix. If you go and say that to them, they'll say, well, so-and-so deployed 50,000 seats of Office 365 in 30 days, so why can't you? And you can. So therefore, our best deal is Office 365. You should take it. So again, they really don't listen to your business concerns. They really drive at what it is that's motivating them around their compensation plan. And you really need to be prepared. That's why we suggest doing your homework and the bottom-up approach in order to avoid buying product from them that's just going to sit on the shelf and not be used. So the number 3 thing we learned from Microsoft in 2015 is, it really isn't about what you want. It really is about what Microsoft wants.